Yo, this is Conan. You're listening to World of Wrestling Podcast with Tax and Rich. Boom.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the World of Wrestling Podcast. My name is Rich, and as always, I'm joined by my good buddy, Tax Williams.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. So today, we're going to be doing WWF's Monday Night Raw from the 7th of June, 1993, as requested by Nick via our Facebook page.
Yeah, this is a great request. An interesting time in WWE, and also, interestingly, when we're looking at our Ministry trilogy, 6 years on from this show was the reveal of the Greater Power.
Nice, awesome.
To the day.
It's a good, we've done a few WWF, WWE stuff over the years. It's nice to see this comparison. We've not done a lot of new gen sort of stuff, really, and this is kind of the beginning of the new gen, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Most certainly.
But it's been quite the week in professional wrestling.
I mean, where do you want to start? Because obviously, last week we mentioned it was going to be the debut of NXT on USA versus AEW's debut show. Since then, we've had NXT on USA,
sure.
AEW debuting on TNT. Lots of letters here. SmackDown on Fox, Hell in a Cell with Murder, Raw again on USA. We had AEW Dark last night, early hours of the morning here in the UK on Wednesday, and we also had NWA Power.
There's been so much that's happened this week, right? How much of it have you watched?
Not as much as I'd like, but I thought to myself earlier, even when I saw like the new PlayStation's out next year, I'm so glad I'm not 20 years younger, because I just spend my time wanking, watching wrestling, and trying to be good at computer games.
Yeah, I know that feeling for sure. I've watched all of it.
And the worst thing I think would be if I try and multitask, so wanking over wrestling just to get it all in.
I mean, Super Quiz Cup reference, isn't that what you used to do? Yeah.
Only to win 64 games.
So I watched everything this week. I watched the debut of Raw, or whatever they call it on the network. I watched AEW live, then NXT. I watched SmackDown live. I watched Hell in a Cell live, and then I watched something else in between there. And then I watched Monday Night Raw again, and then the AEW Dark last night. So that's at least 7 shows I watched in a week and a bit.
Bloody hell. There's a lot of content out there now.
I'm really tired. It's been a long week.
Which means
I've been working at the same time and looking after the kid and everything else. I was like, I'm going to dedicate myself this week. I'm going to watch absolutely everything.
Does that mean, though, you didn't see the Chronicle with Goldberg, including the meeting of him and Matt Riddle?
I did see that. Yeah. So I think I mentioned to you ages ago, I watched the bit of the watch-along they did with Riddle telling the story of meeting Goldberg, which is fucking hilarious. But then seeing that little clip from that documentary, it's like, oh, this is even better. The heat. Like, Goldberg looks so fucking furious. And Riddle's like, I could fuck you up at any moment. I'm an ex-UFC star. Like, legit.
I could have been your bro. I could have been your bro.
And he's like, I'm not your bro. And he's like, okay, bro. Like, yes. He's so funny.
Once these cameras aren't here, let's talk anytime, bro.
I know,
I'm not your bro.
Like, legitimately, Matt Riddle could fuck most people up on the roster. You know what I mean? Because he's just that good. He was on the verge of becoming the UFC, I think, welterweight champion at the time. So that was a good moment. Okay, so out of all the shows you watched this week, who won? What do you think was the best? However you want to phrase it. What did you enjoy? What did you hate?
I flipping loved Murder.
What the Hell in a Cell?
I loved the Hell in a Cell Murder.
Okay. Legit or like as in comically loved it?
Well, I mean, having someone kick up a finishers at 1 and you had to literally murder him to keep him down, had they left it at that, fine. Having paramedics come and help Bray Wyatt, not great. I mean,
the DQ finish in a Hell in a Cell?
My favourite thing, again, even X-Pac on the watch-along going, I'm never going to get invited back for this, but why is there a DQ in there?
Yeah.
Genuinely, outside of wrestling, WWE have obviously been hiring a lot of people to do all that, because obviously you saw the Blue Carpet and everyone Fox. They've hired Elisa Zwick.
I don't even know who that is.
Now, she presents the WWE...
Of all the things, this is the one you bring up. I'm so interested.
This is important for wrestling fans. Now, WWE are very careful about when they hire their performers and fact-checking.
Yeah.
So I saw this on WrestlingInc.com that they'd hired someone to start presenting This Week in WWE in place of Charlie Caruso, who's obviously doing more main roster stuff, and I assume Fox quite like her to do things.
Yeah.
And then I looked down in the comments section, and then one of the comments, if I can scroll down and find it, basically suggested that I wanted to look up a video that has her in it. So I Googled, and it said, Google, Elisa Zwick, Girl's Guide to Depravity. And I put it in Google, and straight away it came up with a Pornhub video of her fucking a guy in a lucha mask.
Wow, okay.
Someone had not done their due diligence.
Whoops. I mean, everyone deserves second chances in life, and there's a few ladies on the roster that have done nude stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, full-on hardcore, like, porno?
I mean, not really, but in my mind, maybe Vince was like, well, it's with a luchador. it's sports entertainment.
But I mean, that's interesting, yeah, sure.
I enjoyed AEW's presentation.
Yep.
I unfortunately watched it in the ITV hub, so a lot of it was cut.
That's a shame, yeah. I'm worried about that.
Yeah. I didn't think the big return of Jake Hager was a massive coup for them, but in comparison to the AEW roster, he's a big lad, and they need bigger athletes.
Sure, you've got to say the crowd chanted his "We the People" stuff. He looks like a big, scary dude. He's in MMA doing the Bellator stuff,
Yes.
you know, so I can see why they were thinking it. Tony Khan was saying he was been signed for a long time, like before Double or Nothing and such. But he does. I saw a rumor in the week before going Jack Swagger, Jake Hager might appear for AEW this week, and I was a bit like, oh, really? We were all hoping for like CM Punk or Randy Orton or something, and Jack Swagger comes along. Yeah, but when it actually happened, I was like, okay. That looks like a stable, and he looks like a good enforcer for that stable.
Yeah, he's going to be the heater, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stable.
Yeah, I'm totally get it. I'm really interested to see where it goes. Like, you look at guys like Shawn Spears, for example. Didn't have the best run in WWE, even though he's got his gimmick over, and he can obviously work. But you see what Cody does with them and how they work, and I'm interested now. We'll see.
And that's the key, because as you said, you watch the end of AEW Dynamite, and you want to know what's going to happen next week.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched a weekly episodic show that I go, I'm intrigued to what's going to happen next week from a storyline perspective.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, the Tyson Fury stuff with Braun Strowman was mildly entertaining. And
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, yeah. Again, another guy deserves it. Well, it's showing what you can do with a second chance, because Tyson Fury said some fucked up shit over the years.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It seems to have redeemed himself a little bit at this point.
Yeah,
so.
there's hope for Lars Sullivan.
Maybe.
Well, actually, no, there's not.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
And then you've also got the Cain Velasquez, poor AAA. Although, in fairness, he's been working under a mask, so it's not Cain Velasquez. But some of the stuff he can do, obviously seeing the videos of him in AAA, again, he's really, he's green as anything. But some of the athleticism he's got for being a big lad.
Sure.
And
I wonder how much that will work with Brock.
But Brock's selling when he saw Cain Velasquez.
Brilliant. Really good. I love that. Like when Cactus Jack came back against Triple H.
Yeah.
You know, that whole is like, oh, Jesus Christ, like that's an actual person that can hurt me, you know?
I like the fact
quite rare nowadays. It's cool. Really cool.
First of all, bloody hell, Dominic's got tattoos.
I think everyone did. It's kind of a running joke, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But, I mean, again, from a sports standpoint, you've got the MMA guy, you've got the boxing guy. It's a shame they're blowing it all off in KSA.
KSA?
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but again, I understand, because how many more big matches can they
Has that actually been announced, or is that just a rumour at this
point?
Well,
it was announced online earlier today that on 12 p.m. on Friday, there is a press conference featuring Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Tyson Fury, Braun Strowman, which I assume means they're going to announce their official matches for Saudi Arabia.
Well, that sucks. I was hoping WrestleMania, you know, but if they do it in Saudi, that would kind of ruin it.
Yeah, but from a business standpoint, again, they've got to worry about the Fox money. But for $40 million a show that they're getting in Saudi Arabia, and probably Undertaker was like, "I'm not wrestling Sting at this show."
Maybe.
And you've got the rumors that Edge is coming back, because obviously there's big Saudi money kicking around.
Yeah, sure.
And he's probably a bit bored at best, on NXT.
Well, maybe, man. There's some interesting stuff happening. I hope they don't do it in Saudi. I hope they do it somewhere else. But you can understand why they get such an exorbitant amount of money. But with how with how Hell in a Cell went, it was like they took a shit at the end of this amazing week of professional wrestling. Like, Raw was really fun. NXT was really good. AEW was generally quite good, especially the second hour. The first hour was a bit rushed and a bit sloppy. And I know they're going for a less scripted, a more free-flowing sort of thing, but like the segment with Kevin Smith and Jason, Kevin Smith's like an idol of mine, right? Like filmmaking terms, like he changed my life very much so. Because you watch Clerks, you're like, holy shit, he made a film about how his friends are and stuff. And I didn't know we could do that. I thought we had to make Jaws or Ghostbusters, you know? Kevin Smith's a serious inspiration for me. But when you see him and Jay down at ringside, and Jack Evans and Helico come out, and they're talking some bollocks, and then Private Party come down with some drinks for them, like, there you go, there's some drinks, and that's the segment. You're like, that did not work, guys.
No.
Maybe a pre-tape would have been a good idea, you know.
But this thing though with AEW, they're going to find their feet. They're going to have
Sure,
I think this
time.
week they're going to have a big ratings drop because it's not as new. I think they'll still be over 1 million. I think that might be like 1.1, 1.2.
It'd be really interesting to see how it happens, you know.
But I think that, as you said, the week was good. And in fairness, even though WWE sort of ECW'd it and didn't announce any matches really before the pay-per-view until the afternoon of, Becky and Sasha, brilliant in Hell in a Cell match.
Really good, yeah.
Randy Orton Ali was a really good technical match.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Ali's pretty good, and Orton...
Honestly, from Becky Sasha onwards, I was a bit like, about everything, apart from I like Charlotte Flair, but that match was a bit shit.
But the thing is, had they had Bray Wyatt just destroy Seth Rollins and walk off and maybe set fire to the belt, everyone would have gone, pretty good pay-per-view. Yeah. The problem is that finish tarnished it. And I wonder if... I mean, who would have said backstage, you know, when this did no disqualification, this feuds to end all feuds... Let's put in Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins, where we know we can't get a schmozzy finish without people shooting all over it. Why don't we just do this? Oh, we need to keep Rollins strong, but we also need to keep the Fiend strong. I've got an idea. Let's book them. No, don't book them together.
Yeah, if you're not going to put Bray over clean, or even Seth over clean, I could have put up with, you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't think that would have gone down well, though.
No, but it could have been a great heel turn, for example.
Oh, yeah, well, it's going to happen at some point, isn't it?
I mean, the Fiend's got himself over as a face. Bray is basically face now.
Yeah.
And not as a character, but as Austin was never really a face character, you know what I mean? Like, typically.
Yeah.
And, you know, it feels like we're coming back to that Raw kind of product we're looking for. Like, with everything else they've been doing this week, WWE are definitely pushing some PG boundaries, to say the least.
Hello, Lana.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing, though. If you look at it, those people who've voiced their displeasure of being in WWE, so you've had Rusev, Harper, and who was the other one I thought of? Oh, Sasha Banks, obviously. Yeah. They've all disappeared off. They've all come back. And now Vince McMahon, they haven't won a match. None of them have won a match.
I guess not, yeah.
And also...
You have to take your licks here and there, you know, if you piss the boss off.
Why the fuck do you not say, hello, I don't want to watch, because I've seen what's happened in wrestling, I don't want to watch my wife tonsil hockey games with Bobby Lashley. I don't want to watch her take off her bra. Yeah. Paul Heyman's in charge of Raw. But...
It felt very Heyman, didn't it?
But the thing is, though, for the first time ever, Raw's the B show. In presentation, in talent. We'll see it after the draft. They won't split up Becky and Seth because at least they try and keep couples together so they can get them divorced live on air. Cheers, Rusev.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I don't know if you noticed. Like, I thought personally, SmackDown was the best show out of all of them.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I really, really enjoyed SmackDown, and I want to emphasize that because I know people think I'm an AEW mark, especially, but I loved some WWE stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And that show, watching them all as neutrally as possible, you know, that one had the best timing, the best story, plot lines, the Shane McMahon lost to Kevin Steen. That was a big ending to his story. We had the start of news stories, we had dramatic moments with celebrities. It's everything I want professional wrestling to be.
Yeah.
AEW felt rushed. Raw was a bit like, Hell in a Cell. It's just like, oh, really? How long's this? Are we still going?
Hell in a Cell was really much oh, fuck. Have we still got that show on Sunday?
Sure.
Did we not... Who? Bruce, did you cancel this?
But then even the AEW Dark stuff, like, I was a bit disappointed by it, to be honest.
I mean, I haven't watched... I watched the SEMA match because obviously I have close tie.
That was probably the best match, wasn't
it?
Yeah, sure.
But
that company.
But on the plus point, they needed to showcase that to try and get the win-loss record because already you've seen online. Hang on, why is Havoc wrestling Darby Allin to be #1 contender?
Yeah.
What their win-loss records aren't there? And obviously Cody Rhodes on Twitter was like, well, Darby Allin beat SEMA, which we'll see on Tuesday night, giving away a result for a YouTube show. Cheers for that. And Jimmy Havoc beat someone else. He's beaten someone, hasn't he, so far?
On Dark. I don't think he wasn't on that Dark show.
No, but he's beaten someone previously or has had a decent showcase or something. But that's the justification.
Did he win that triple threat with Janela and Darby?
Oh, I
Did
think
he
possibly.
I don't remember.
But
it's cool.
But that's the layup for it. It's a case of they've done really well.
Yeah.
But for a company that's supposed to rely on wins and losses matter, and now you've got either Allen or Havoc going against Jericho.
Maybe. We'll see, because it's Cody first. And then I guess we'll go from there. And I guess
Well, it's not Cody. It's not Cody first. It's whoever wins on Wednesday night wrestles Jericho the following Wednesday for the belt.
I thought Cody was already number one contender.
Yeah, but he's still getting. They're still getting the title shot the following week.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Which
again,
but exactly. They're finding their feet.
Yeah, there's some issues for sure.
There'll be logic holes to start with, but the overall presentation of AEW, and I know we sort of ripped him a little bit on MLW, but Tony Schiavone did an all right job. I thought. Not. He's better than he was in WCW. He's certainly better than he was on MLW.
Sure. I think having Excalibur talking over him was a good thing. Because there's a few times Tony would start talking, Excalibur would be like, "Oh, look at the action in the ring. Just shut the fuck up, Tony." You know?
I also think
without saying it, which I thought was good. Yeah.
From poor Excalibur's standpoint, it's be like, I'm going to be the guy to take over from why the fuck have they brought in Tony Schiavone? Right, I'm not giving up my spot.
Why do we need 3-person booths all the time?
Well, we didn't on SmackDown, did we? Because Renee's off doing other things with CM Punk soon.
Oh, the
Fox
show
TV
thing.
show.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I don't know if that's happening or not.
What a
we'll
flipping brilliant rib on that is. We've given you £1 billion. If your ratings drop, guess who's going to come and talk about your show on our network?
Sure. Is this the most important week in professional wrestling ever?
No.
Okay. Where does it rank in the kind of importance of like the big weeks of pro wrestling?
In modern times, as in sort of this, I suppose this century, it's the most important week.
I was trying to think. Like, I guess the closest thing we can come to is the week WCW died.
WCW died was a big one.
Because ECW died around there as well. So it kind of all happened at once. WWE just kind of took over.
The nearest thing to this was when Hogan turned up on Impact and Brett returned to WWE on the same Monday night when they went head-to-head for the first time.
But that pales in comparison to the amount of stuff that's happened this week, surely.
Well, it's Hogan. Whether we like it or not, Hogan's a huge name. He's a huge draw. Impact Spike TV paid the money for Hogan. That had nothing to do with Impact.
But that made no difference to viewership.
It did. It
compared to AEW's changing viewership,
it gave Impact the highest rating. It ranked high. It got in the 2 millions.
Still below the first night of AEW?
No, AEW did 1.5.
Okay.
So Impact did 2. I think it was 2.3.
Nielsen ratings are bollocks anyway, but yeah, it's fine.
But still, it was important.
Are you telling me AEW did worse than TNA did for their whole
on Spike
show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But that's the thing. But again, difference in how TV and everything is consumed these days.
Yeah, sure.
It was definitely important. I would still say Hogan losing to Goldberg was a big night, and Mick Foley winning the title was a big night because that changed everything.
Yeah.
But honestly, the biggest night in wrestling happened with the biggest night in wrestling ever was the Screwjob, because it started the Attitude Era, which created Steve Austin, which blew up the market. But in the 2000s, this is easily the biggest thing that's happened for WWE, because it means they have to compete.
Yeah, and I feel like they have this week, maybe aside from Hell in a Cell, but they've given it their all.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't even really spoken about NXT.
Yeah.
NXT with a couple of returns. Balor back to NXT is a good thing for his career.
I feel they put way too much out there too soon, but you can understand the panic and why they tried to do that. There's lots of talk about them getting out of Full Sail, and I think that might help, but I worry about how much they can draw as well.
Yeah.
But, I think weirdly, NXT could be their number one brand if they put it on the same kind of levels and the same arenas as Raw and SmackDown and such.
Yeah, but it would never. I mean, Raw and SmackDown struggled to sell their arenas. They struggled to sell out the Garden.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great. But as I said, it's how people consume it, and I think from WWE's standpoint, having NXT not being a network exclusive product is going to hurt them for subscribers. Because because obviously, where's the exclusivity?
You can watch Evolve as well, Tax. There's even more wrestling to watch. It's so much stuff. It's insane. It's bonkers. It's hours upon hours of wrestling. And I know, when we were back in the kids, we would have died for this much wrestling a week. But it's got to have a life somewhere, Yeah,
I don't give a shit about Evolve, unfortunately. Austin Theory bothered me.
I can't watch that as well as everything else and keep up with the indies I like and New Japan and everything else. I'll watch bits and bobs here and there, but Gabe rubbed me the wrong way a few times online and how he books people and things.
Yeah.
And his early days in ROH was brilliant, but
Oh, as a quick final thing before we go into the podcast, ROH pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor. Did you see how many pay-per-view buys it got?
Nope.
800.
Yeah.
That company's dead.
dead's a strong word. Like, even for their UK tour, they've now sold quite a good amount of tickets. They've put like 200-300 people in these like little venues now. So
yeah,
that's
but
not bad.
who's
you know
on the card?
No, I know. Yeah, they've got like Brody and PCO and Marty and everyone else, and Dalton and stuff.
Had they not had Marty or Dalton, that wouldn't have sold.
Yeah, I'm worried. I think those guys will move on eventually.
I said Marty.
But it'll be a nice development sort of area still. I think ROH will continue. I think they're going to have to downscale a bit, go back to the smaller arenas, the ECW arena maybe, you know, that sort of thing. But
at least the Briscoes will still have a job.
Yeah, I wonder what will happen with them.
They will.
Really interested.
No one will touch them.
I disagree.
TNT won't touch them for their views.
It's Turner, man. Southern boys, you know?
Yeah, true.
All right, let's move on to this week's episode, shall we? So, WWF Monday Night Raw from the 7th of June, 1993. As requested by Nick on Facebook. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. If you would like to request an episode, just get in contact with us. worldofwrestlingpodcast.com, World of Wrestling Pod on Twitter, or facebook.com/World of Wrestling Podcast. Best places to get in contact, you know?
We love to, because that's the thing as well. You know, we've got a little schedule of shows we're doing, which is quite organised for us. We've actually got a plan for the next few weeks. But we want to hear from people who join. Our subscriber numbers are going up each week, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for listening on your podcast app of choice or YouTube. Fantastic. But if there's a show you want to cover, however obscure it is, as long as it's, let's say, more than an hour or an actual episode, we don't want to just cover a match.
Yeah, sure.
Give us a show. I don't care if it's crap, if it's brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's fantastic wrestling start to finish, it might not be as fun of a podcast, but, you know, we want things like the Shockmaster.
Yeah, or stuff we know nothing about. So there's SoCal Val was posting about going out to Pakistan to do a Ring of Pakistan, I think it was called, which after our trips to India last time.
Oh, amazing.
I'm very interested to see what Pakistan has to offer in the future. But like, no, we've got a whole wealth of stuff we need to get through first.
But yeah, let us know. Find us on our, as Richard, on all our links, and we'll cover a show.
Sure. So, this is the early days of Raw is War. We're at the Manhattan Center in New York City, USA. What do you think of the Manhattan Center? We've seen it many times. It's been ECW shows with people hanging off the balconies. I've seen ROH shows here. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff. It's kind of a legendary venue.
Warm nostalgia.
Yeah, sure.
And as you said, this is episode 20 of Monday Night Raw, so we haven't even had a full year on network television or on cable television. It's cable, isn't it, when Raw was on this, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it's USA, so whatever that is.
And any time that I see things from this time and I see people in ICO Pro attire, yes, please.
The ICO Pro, there's barely any like signs in the crowd and stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting time for Raw, but like you see it and you're just like, oh, instantly, I remember Sabu jumping off the sign and all these amazing things. This is what they used to film weekly, wasn't it? It was one episode was live, one episode was recorded. Taped, whatever. So immediately I'm like looking into the crowd, I'm like, there's no signs, but there's lots of people wearing Burger King crowns. Did we all go for a party beforehand at Burger King, like kids' party or something?
But that's interesting you said the kids' party, because obviously, as we said, this part of the new gen is really where they're moving away from kid-based characters. We're not going to have people with trades either. So gone are, Duke the Dumpster Drosy. Gone is Doink the Clown at this stage as well. Although I think Doink's knocking around a little bit in the early episodes of Raw.
There's a few guys still knocking around of the old sort of gimmicks. I did watch the couple of Raws before this and do a lot of research into where the storylines are coming from. They're watchable. Let's put it that way. They're a good laugh.
I like the fact where you said where the storylines came from. You're like, oh shit, none of the big names actually appear on Raw.
You'd be surprised, man. Like, I saw a couple of Steiner matches, saw some Mr. Perfect, saw a couple of Razor Ramon, which we'll get to in a second. But there's a few things that happened in the weeks leading up to this where were interesting for sure. So they were putting some good stuff on Raw at this time. I also spot all the usuals in the audience. Vlad's there. Yeah. The front row guy who's like at every WWF show ever in existence is there. Well, whatever. It's pretty cool. But, right. Do you know if this one was recorded or live?
I'm not sure, but I know there was a dark match before this went on.
It was, wasn't it?
Which was Perfect versus Lawler, which ended in, oh, what a surprise, a DQ finish to protect everybody.
Of course it did. So our commentators for this show are Vince McMahon, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Bobby the motherfucking Brain Heenan. Just like, what a combination of characters on commentary we've got.
Definitely no one on this commentary team who'd take a back seat to anyone.
No, they do. They don't talk over each other as such, but they're definitely trying to get one over each other the whole way through the show. Like, they're having a good time, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing you notice about these three, because like, Vince is loving it.
Yeah, having a wonderful time. Yeah. He is so determined to make this work.
What a maneuver!
But then you've got, face Vince McMahon, face Hulk Hogan, very much heel Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
He says some fucked up shit on the show. But it's of the time period, so yeah, it's good. This is my first time seeing this particular Raw. Had you ever seen it before?
The only time, genuinely, that I'd seen anything of this Raw was in my WWF sticker book from back in the day.
Okay.
Because that's, I don't want to spoil it, but when there is a debut of a character, they were the only sort of 4 stickers they had of him wearing what he was wearing, which we'll get to. But yeah, interestingly, I still have that WWF sticker book because it's the only sticker book I've ever completed.
Oh, look at you. I don't think I've ever completed one, so well done, sir.
It also had MVP in it, who was the guy who dressed up as the baseball player at the time.
Montavious Porter.
No, he was probably in prison around this time.
He probably was, actually, legitimately. Anyway, so I'm about to say, my from this time period, I had watched a couple of VHSs. I had SummerSlam 92. I think I'd seen a WrestleMania and maybe like a Royal Rumble here that my friends had on VHS. But from about 93 to 97, I had like no access to the product at all. Did you watch any of this new gen stuff?
I think it was just up until this point I've been watching it.
Okay.
Because the Sunday after this was the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And I think it was around this time that my dad had said to me, I'm really sorry we can't afford Sky. We're going to have to just cancel it for a while.
Okay.
And obviously being 10 at the time, I was like, okay, I don't understand that you're about to lose the house, but that's fine.
Of course.
I won't watch my wrestling. But yeah, but that's that. And again, as you said, until I started watching it on Sky Sports when it was on a Friday night. Yeah. And as we've spoken on previous pods, when we used to flick between this and Bravo or TNT on the Sky box, flicking between the two, so we can watch Raw and Nitro.
ECW as well.
Yeah. That was it. So I've revisited some pay-per-views and obviously had things like sticker books and action figures, so I knew who they were. Yeah.
Since I've watched a lot more from this time period, but at the time, like I didn't watch it at all. So I just couldn't get to it.
I think the last memory of TV was the Razor Ramon 1, 2, 3 Kid stuff for this time period.
Okay, right, because that's literally a week or two before this.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, kind of to put us in context for people who are listening that don't really know this time period, we've just gone past WrestleMania 9. Which is the biggest load of bullshit you will ever see.
Held at Caesar's Palace.
The car park in Caesar's Palace, I think you'll find.
Which, for me, has 2 great memories. One, Luger and Perfect fighting in the car park.
Sure, yeah.
Which was great.
The car park of the car park.
The commentators managed to smell ether when they put out.
Yeah.
When,
fucking hell, that was bad, wasn't it?
When the Undertaker streak was maintained, even though he should have been disqualified for knocking Giant Gonzalez out.
Yep,
But, let's not worry about that.
Contentious.
And then, obviously, the finish of the main event, which was
Yoko, Bret, Hogan,
Yeah, so Bret went in as champion. Fuji threw salt in his eyes. Yoko pinned him. Bret, I always remember seeing Bret standing at the side, covering his eyes, pointing at Hogan, saying, go and get him, go and get him. And even in my young days, I thought to myself, hang on, there's no contract.
Yeah. Not legal, Mr. McMahon, Mr. Tunney, whoever is in charge of this bullshit.
But the reason the belt was put on Hogan at WrestleMania 9 is because they were about to go on a European tour. And they wanted to put the belt on Hogan because they thought it would help ticket sales.
Sure. This is the moment where they should have put over Bret clean.
Big time.
It feels like they're in recovery mode for this year, especially through 1993. It's like recovery, so we can get that belt on Bret for WrestleMania 10, and let's just kind of carry on with the new gen. You know?
Yeah, until WrestleMania 10, I think like the few shows between here, and that's obviously we've got King of the Ring next, some of the content and some of the quality was dire until it got to WrestleMania 10, which has some of the best matches in WWE history on
it. Absolute classic
Luger versus... Oh, wait, no.
Even that's good, compared to what happened at WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, WrestleMania 9, probably the worst WrestleMania of all time.
It's right up there, yeah.
That and LT and Bam Bam in the main event was a pretty shitty... Well, 13 was awful.
2 was pretty bad as well.
Yeah, well...
Let's face it.
But 13...
Not much happened at 2.
13 when Michaels had walked out and they end up with Sid and Taker in the main.
Yeah, there's a few moments like that over the years.
But again, had he not gone out, then it would have been Bret and Austin.
Of course. So, we get to an actual cold open. Learn what this is, AEW. Not that I'm still bitter about that. With the ring announcer in the ring, he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, may I now introduce you to the new World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion. They think I'm cute." Then Shawn Michaels comes out. Okay. So out comes Shawn with his new bodyguard right behind him. And the bodyguard's lovely shell suit.
I love that shell suit. Good grief.
I mean, the shell suit is astonishing. Sean's gear is pretty out there as well. Like, and a 90s ring card girl in the ring. You're like, yeah.
I love this.
What do you think about the gear here?
I mean, the gears of the time, it stands out. It's not, again, Shawn Michaels trying to evolve. So obviously when they're in the Rockers, they still had all their tassels and everything, and they were very outlandish. I'd say them and LOD had the most standout gear from the time, and obviously Brett and Anvil with their pink
for the Rockers, yeah.
But yeah, my God, that shell suit.
It is tasty, isn't it? Yeah.
If you're going to debut after being Vinny Vegas and Oz and wearing some flipping wizard costume, what are you going to do? Oh, Vince, what should I wear? Should I come out in my tank top and my jeans? What should I come out as a bodyguard? Shell suit and shades indoors. That's what we want.
It may be of the time.
A secret confession. As soon as I saw this, I thought, I really want a shell suit. When I was younger. Not now. I would melt now in a shell suit. But
yeah, sure. So,
I even asked Father Christmas for it later that year in a letter, even though I was 10. I was like, I'd like a shell suit.
Before they get into the actual promos and stuff, we got to the classic Raw intro. Do you watch Botchamania?
No.
You don't at all?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. So, it goes at the beginning of this intro, the classic Raw one. So at the end of Botchamania every week, he has a quote from the Sheik, which goes, "Fucking bullshit," right?
Right.
And someone cut the beginning of Raw, this intro music, with the Sheik talking. So it goes, fuck, beginning. And every time I hear it, that's all I can hear. And there's going to be a vast collection of people that are Botchamania fans that will be listening to this going, oh, I know exactly which one you mean. But yeah, it's every time I hear it, that just, it absolutely gets me. I might splice that in here just for banter. So we got back into the Manhattan Center. Sean's music is still playing. Vince, alongside Heenan and Macho, are standing at ringside, welcoming us to the show. We are live from New York City. It's Monday Night Raw. Hello, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon, alongside the Macho Man, Randy Savage. He breathes for like an hour here because he's exhausted. And Bobby the Brain Heenan. Suddenly, a wild HBK appears behind them, throwing himself onto Vince and wrapping his arms around him. Sean cuts this opening promo. Just when you thought it was safe to watch Monday Night Raw, look who's back on top of the world, looking down on all of you. The Heartbreak Kid himself, Shawn Michaels, and his insurance policy, my bodyguard. He then turns to Vince. What does it feel like to be me? You will never, never know. Ha ha! What a dick. What a great promo.
Love it.
Brilliant. What an obnoxious little prick. He's
perfect.
So
absolutely perfect to be an obnoxious prick.
You can see why Vince is going, we're going to put the company on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Big Daddy Diesel, Kevin Nash, the new bodyguard, the insurance.
Having Nash being bought in, again, was the next kick to the next level for Shawn Michaels. Again, he was with Sherry originally after, which we'll get to.
Apparently Shawn hated being with Sherry. Never wanted it.
Which is a real shame.
Because their stuff like SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Classic. Hilarious.
Him and Martel, that match with Martel still one of the funnier things on that show.
Sure.
Yeah, it's great.
But you know exactly what Shawn wants. He wants to be the coolest, the best, the Ric Flairs,
Yeah.
He wants to be that guy. And I'm not sure he can achieve that with what he had. And where he's going, we know he gets there,
Yeah.
So, good decisions, really.
And the change to Diesel, and also in that case, you've got tags, you've got singles match, and Shawn can be on the outside, so you're creating additional layers of any storyline you have, so you don't have to put him in the ring with anyone. So as we'll see as we go through the show, the time of the enhancement talent / jobber has never been so important.
So after watching 3 or 4 of these Raws leading into this one, my God, there's a lot of jobber matches on them. Yeah, there's one jobber match on this, which we'll get to, which I have a hilarious, I think it's funny joke when we get to it. But yeah, they're good. There's too many of them this time. Way too many.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the purpose, and I think we should have some for the likes of Strowman and, I don't know, show Kane to get over these big, strong guys. I think we should have enhancement jobber talent, you know? But these Raws are full of them. It's like 1 competitive match, 2 complete squashes, 1 bullshit finish. Nearly every Raw is the same.
But in fairness, that's what Superstars used to be. That's what Superstars and Wrestling Challenge used to be. You might have
but it did get boring.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there needs to, if they were to be used today, it would have to be for a specific purpose. So, for example, Viking Raiders, War Machine.
Yeah.
Having those guys be able to showcase their moveset, but where it's not a case of, oh, we've painted these as just fucking fat Vikings.
Yeah,
but
we've got to sell for people now. No. Did the LOD sell for everyone? Fuck no. Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, it's jobbers were useful to help movesets get. You need maybe 4 to 6 weeks of jobber matches if you're introducing a brand new character. But because we've now got NXT, you don't need the jobbers because people are able to go and find their new movesets.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And you've got jobbers on the card. You've got No Way Jose. You've got Kurt Hawkins. You've got Ryder.
Yeah.
You've got Shorty G. Ruined a perfectly good wrestler.
Oh, he's going to be the next Kurt Angle. Vince. What did you say? Shorty G. Okay, no worries, mate.
Also,
fuck off, Shorty. Off you go to the ring. Job. You know,
cut his hair.
Yeah,
cut his hair.
Oh, disgusting. Anyway,
I bet Jason Jordan sat there going, "I'm so glad I can't wrestle again."
New Intercontinental Champion, I hear you say.
Interesting.
Let's go for the timeline of why Shawn is appearing as the sudden new Intercontinental Champion. So, brief timeline retrospective of Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. 1st November 1991. The Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Barbershop talk show segment.
Oh, the barbershop.
Shawn super kicks Marty after some, will they, won't they? After shaking his hand, the fucking heel throws Marty through the plate glass window. One of the most classic moments that has ever been in professional wrestling.
And I watched it happen because this all happened after the Rockers, again, had not captured the tag titles. For those who followed the Rockers, they won the tag belts, but as it was such a shitstorm of a match, they reversed it at a house show. So they changed them at house shows. Yeah. And then the Rockers never won the belts.
Even though they defended them as well.
Yep.
Bullshit. Screwed them. Absolutely screwed them.
I think it was either a week or 2 weeks before the barbershop section, they had a title match against LOD, which was strange. It was face versus face tag teams.
Unusual, especially for this time period.
And at the finish was the Marty Jannetty was being held up by, I think, was Hawk. And Shawn Michaels was going to drop kick Jannetty in the back so he would pin him, but instead Hawk turned round, took the drop kick in the back, fell down on Jannetty and pinned him.
Ah, there you go. Nice, cool.
That's amazing memory from like God knows how many years ago, 26 years ago?
I've definitely not seen that, so I can't comment. That's really cool. So we move on to the 25th of January 1992. Marty gets arrested. Shawn develops the HBK character. Because there was meant to be a feud between the two, but Marty fucked up, basically. And so Shawn goes off to do a whole thing at SummerSlam and all 92 by himself, pretty much. So scrap the feud. Let's push Shawn, who's obviously the biggest star here. Right? 27th of October 1992, about 6 months later. Shawn wins the Intercontinental Championship from the Bulldog. All right? 28th of November 1992, Marty returns, appearing behind Shawn in Shawn's own mirror. Really cool segment. Marty attacks Shawn to a huge pop. Marty then goes to smash the mirror over Shawn. Marty ends up hitting Sherry with the mirror, who's HBK's valet at the time, when HBK pulls Sherry in front of her, pulls her in front of him to save himself.
What a dick heel.
What a dick.
Yes.
Sherry then kind of goes on to manage Jannetty for a little bit.
Yep.
Right. 24th of January 1993, a few months down the line. Shawn and Marty have a classic match for the Intercontinental Championship at the Royal Rumble. Shawn retains. Shawn tells Vince Marty was fucked up during the match. Marty says Shawn was fucked up during the match, but he wouldn't go to Vince. Vince fires Marty.
Who's the star here?
Fucking hell. So the idea is that they had a bunch of classic matches. They got the Royal Rumble. They had all this extra stuff thrown into the match.
Yeah.
And so they kind of didn't do what they wanted to. But it was a 4-star melter. It was an absolute beast of a match. Between the Royal Rumble, where they had this match, and Marty gets fired, and May 1993, Vince allegedly finds out that Shawn lied, and it was Shawn that passed out in his food due to somas the day before the Rumble. And so to punish Shawn, In the 17th of May, 1993, Marty beat Shawn for the Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw. Meltzer gave this 4 stars, not the last one. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, again, that's the classic. The last one was shit at the Royal Rumble. That one was really, really good. I watched it. It was really, really good. Really good. There's a bit of a bullshit finish with Mr. Perfect throwing a towel and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Vince going, fuck off, Shawn. Don't ever lie to me again. Right? Also, this is the show where the 1-2-3 Kid pins Razor Ramon in the biggest shock, I think, ever up until that point for WWE.
Yeah, having the jobber beat the main established guy.
Sure. Really cool.
Amazing.
Really, really cool. Gives you a nice idea of where we are in the timelines for everything, I think.
And if you look at how young Kid looked, I know he was young, but I was like, geez, he's like a little beanpole, greasy little beanpole.
So innocent compared to like the guy we know now. You know,
One Night in China.
So because of this, not One Night in China, because Marty beat Shawn to punish Shawn for the belt. Allegedly, HBK then throws a massive strop. This has been talked about by 5 or 6 different people online confirming this. So I think it's real.
Yeah, let's quote it as fact.
And knowing Shawn and his attitude and his drug abuse at the time,
100% fact.
it seems fact. For sure. So the 5th of June, 1993, Marty is forced to drop the Intercontinental Championship back to Shawn on a house show when Diesel debuts and assists HBK to win the belt, which leads us into this show.
I mean, the whole idea of the title change definitely wasn't a Shawn Michaels drop. It's just to prove that anything can happen in the WWF at house shows.
Of course. So I messaged you during the week, and I started to do a bit of research into Marty and Shawn, specifically from the split up until this point, okay? Do you remember how many times Marty put Shawn over clean on house shows and
Was it like
Raws?
Was it like 28?
28 times Marty put him over clean, and Shawn won't do it once for Marty. You have to feel sorry for him.
Now, interestingly, earlier today on our Twitter at World of Rest Pod, you put a poll up of who was better in '93.
Literally just to see who, if anyone gave a shit. You know what I mean?
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. We had a relative decent number of votes considering the time the poll ran for. Yeah. 88% of people said Shawn Michaels was better than Marty Jannetty in 1993. With 12% of the vote saying Marty Jannetty, which is nice rather than the 50-50 the last time we had a bloody poll.
Sure. All I would say to everyone that voted, go back and watch some matches. Shawn is very, very good, but he's also a big drug user at this point. He's not as good as people remember. He's still developing.
Yeah.
He's not really got the super kick. He's not really got the elbow. Like, he does these moves, but they're nowhere near the caliber they are in 2-3 years' time.
If you remember back in '93, Shawn's finish was a back body drop. That was it. With the stomp down as a foot as he went down.
He does some other stuff now as well. But yes,
that was his first solo finish. But
Marty is complete. Marty's really fucking good at this time.
Had Shawn Michaels not been in Vince's ear, do you think Marty Jannetty would have had a better run?
Absolutely,
in WWE?
yeah. He was a massive drug addict as well, which is a serious problem. Big abuser of alcohol as well. Like in all the interviews I've seen later in life, which led to a lot of the facts and stuff I've been looking up.
Yeah.
I have no idea whether they're true or not because Marty's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around drug addicts before, like being in bands touring around the country and stuff. Like, you meet a few heavy drug users, you know. Marty shows every single sign of those, you know.
But interestingly, like you said, that he could go, and he was phenomenal. When we went to WrestleMania 21 and we had HBK and Angle, when Kurt Angle wrestled Jannetty, did you ever watch this match?
Yeah, sure, I watched it. I don't remember specifically about it. I remember being good.
Could hang still.
Mate, there's a match, a show or two before this one, which is Marty Jannetty and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, man.
Holy fucking shit. Now, that is a match. You realise how big Jannetty and Michaels are as well.
Yeah.
They're as tall as Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bam Bam's a lot bigger, but Marty is bumping off the ring. He's going into Bam Bam, falling out the ring, falling over the top rope. They did that back body drop I sent you a gif of.
Yeah.
He's literally, 8-9 foot in the air, upside down, spins himself around, comes back, and immediately sells a bear hug. And you're like, God damn, you were good. Like, I think underrated massively.
Without a shadow of a doubt, because it's always known as, Marty Jannetty of a tag team.
Yeah.
And that's obviously the thing, because this breakup goes to show how important this was on the minds of wrestling fans. Even today, people say, oh, who's going to be the breakout? Who's going to be the Shawn Michaels? Who's going to be the Marty Jannetty? Well, it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly's amazing, isn't he?
I love Bobby Fish's Tash.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his character and ring personality.
He's got weird eyes like me, so I've got to get on board with him.
So, Diesel is also here. he's very much the big guy standing in the background for all of this. It is his debut on Raw for WWF programming, but he doesn't do a lot.
Here's a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Because obviously we looked at Marty Jannetty, we looked at HBK, and we'll look at Diesel/Kevin Nash. Where was he more impactful? In WWE or WCW?
In terms of money, ratings, success, it's got to be WCW.
Yeah. I think that if you look at Diesel, WWF, WWE, this is a time where he was given the belt, and yes, the business was on a downturn, but the houses were bad, the drawing wasn't great, the character was shit.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I mean, yeah, everyone loves beating Bob Backlund again at a house show.
Yep.
But his WCW work...
Was that WrestleMania?
No, not Backlund at Mania.
All right, fair enough.
But it was at the Garden, though.
Oh, okay.
But Kevin Nash in WCW, before he got the book, was very good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He is just, if you're a big man out there, or you know a big man that wants to know how to be a success without having to actually do anything ever, Kevin Nash is the man to look at.
Yep.
There's a classic segment from a shoot interview where Jim Cornette is running down Kevin Nash, talking about how he had to study him to teach the new Kevin Nash, Diesel, whatever, how to do Diesel's moveset. And he's like, the 5 moves of doom, and Cornette starts to run them down and gets to 4 and goes, I can't remember what the 5th was. And Nash is like, snake eyes. It goes through the 5th. And there is a 6th as well, but like, that's it. The squisher, he calls it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. 6 moves, man. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
And unfortunately, today people called Cena out on that.
Well, he does a lot more, but he doesn't badly. So anyway, Vince continues his opening speech from earlier. Continues to run down the matches for tonight. Macho congratulates HBK for winning the Intercontinental belt back. Isn't he meant to be a face? I mean, yes, he knows he's a successful character, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vince looks and sounds really offended by Macho. The reactions are priceless between the two. As they cut to the ring, Heenan goes, do I get to talk? So funny. Opening match of the night is a non-title match of Shawn Michaels and someone else who is not announced or introduced at all, but eventually on commentary, and because I looked it up,
Ross Greenberg.
There we go.
Greenberg.
Enhancement talent, number 1.
In his, what can I describe as Brutus Beefcake gear.
It's not great, is it? So some of these enhancement guys do look like superstars. You know, they look big and muscly and large.
And some look like Ross Greenberg.
He's slightly smaller than Shawn. Black tights with neon pink zebra print and tassels. Better than most lads nowadays, to be fair. Like, the gear's out there.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Get himself over, trying to get remembered. You can see what he's trying to do, you know?
Yeah.
You've got to feel sorry for these enhancement guys at this time. They get the shit kicked out of them.
However,
I watched Razor Ramon drop a dude on his head with the Razor's Edge on Raw the week or two before this. I was like, oh, he's dead. He's absolutely dead.
although Ross Greenberg, you have green in your surname, have green fucking gear.
You'd like to think that would be a sensible idea. Pink zebra print, though. Tassels. You've got to approve.
Basically, it was beefcake stuff on the outside. He just found them. Vince was like, can't wear black trunks. Wear these. These are Brutus's.
Brutus is like, hey, buddy, there you go.
Cut your hair.
So Vince calls him Ross something at some point, and I'm like, that's not his name. Ross does a sloppy as fuck small package attempt, and Vince pops hard on commentary like, oh, he's going to do a small package, he's going to beat Shawn. And Shawn's like, get the fuck off me. He looks highly offended that he's having to wrestle this person.
Shawn Michaels, I would say the style in this match was laid back.
For sure. He doesn't really care.
No.
Probably because he's peeled out of his fucking brain.
And he's got his way again.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've got my belt back.
He looks so happy.
Yeah.
He looks so just like, I'll do what I want. I'm Shawn Michaels. All those other big guys are fucked off, so you've just got me now.
I can't remember what he was doing to do the pin, but then we rolled over after Greenberg kicked out and he was lying on his front, like in a front plank position, case of, I'm still going to win.
So Vince is basically ignoring this match and putting over the current storyline, specifically Crush and Mr. Perfect and all these things that have been going on recently. HB toys with the enhancement talent and poses for the cameras, as you say. Commentators putting over the bodyguard at ringside. Who is he? Looks like a movie star. That's one big insurance policy, to add a few quotes. Russ is a bit of a punchy comeback. HBK does neck breaker, puts an end to all that. Brett's rope elbow drop by Sean. Pile driver by Sean. Looks pretty brutal.
Enhancement talent.
Sure, not sure he cares about him. For the 1, 2, 3, and your winner, announcers, and still Intercontinental Champion. I'm like, this was a title match.
And what's great is that 26 years later, doesn't matter about the rules anyway. We just announced what we want. Oh, he's DQ'd. Don't worry about it.
Still. So Shawn Michaels wins, as you may be expected coming into this match.
I mean, at this time, other than 1, 2, 3 Kid, jobbers don't win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even Brooklyn Brawler never won.
Nah, well, unless
until later on, yeah.
What do you think of Shawn's appearance and lack of professionalism, shall we say?
I think the lack of professionalism is the thing that shines through, especially now what you read now. Even by his own admission, he was an absolute dick because of his issues at the time. But at the same time, he was definitely something different. He was the cocky heel. You didn't like him. He was an arrogant shitbag.
There's a Raw from 2 or 3 weeks before this. I totally agree with you, by the way, where the crowd are going, Shawn is gay. Shawn is gay. And you're like, whoa, 93 was a different time, wasn't it?
Oh, my God.
You can see how much they don't like what Shawn's doing and how his gear is so flamboyant and big, and he's got these dangly thing with like crucifixes on them and stuff.
The heart sunglasses, the flap down lenses as well.
Yeah, the mirrors, the everything. He's just a little obnoxious prick, and it's perfect.
Yeah, when Luke
really
is in tight
good.
Pants posing in front of mirrors, they're not going, ha, bunda.
But they don't like Shawn, you know, because being gay was a bad thing in 1993, apparently.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ. And again, as you said, with that, things like that and the ring girls, what's delightful is that even though we're slowly killing our planet, at least people have got a bit more open-mindedness.
Sure,
so, you know,
well.
I mean, maybe we could
America!
America! Fuck yeah! Gays.
Abortions? No. So, King of the Ring report up next. 90s, I'm just going to move on. 90s title graphics are the best thing ever.
I loved it.
So good.
This is what I liked NWA Power.
A Mean Gene, what a god. Updates is on the first ever King of the Ring going on, which are happening. It's going to happen a couple of weeks after this.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Was it next
It's
week
this
after
Sunday.
There you go. So the main event is going to be Hogan versus Yokozuna. We've also got Brett versus Razor, Perfect versus Mr. Hughes, and Hacksaw versus Bam Bang, and Narcissus versus Tatanka. Oh god, what a pile of shit that'll be. But the rest of it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd watch this.
I listened to it.
Oh, back in the Scramble days.
Well, no, I said this. So this was obviously the week after we didn't have Sky, and my dad basically on the Sky box, it was pixelated, but you could still have the audio. So he plugged me into the hi-fi, so I could listen to King of the Ring for the whole thing.
That's like a scrambled picture. That's what I mean. Yeah, sure. It's fine. It's fine. We've talked about it before.
Space dust.
So,
on,
I
isn't he
love
in
that's how it
AEW
was
now?
like sold to you. Like, it's space studs, tax, like mini tax, whatever.
He knew. He was a bit like, we're fucked financially, but before we have to go and sleep in a bin, let's you listen.
All right, Dusty, calm down.
He's just a common man. That's why I go on cruises now.
So HBK and Crush have heat from a qualifying match or something. Probably Shawn didn't want anyone putting over him at all. Mean Gene tells us to watch the show, as you expect.
Yeah.
So back inside the Manhattan Center, Shawn back out now, facing up to Vince at commentary, because Shawn has to be in every fucking segment ever, apparently. HBK is mad. He has to wrestle Crush at King of the Ring. I'm like, what? Where did that come from?
Oh, well, Vince was saying it on commentary. Because obviously he was given the history of Crush, and he was saying that he's going to have to face Michaels at King of the Ring.
I'm not sure he ever clearly says that on commentary.
Yeah, he did.
He says a lot of like, Crush is going to be at King of the Ring and he's going to do all this stuff. I'm not sure he ever says he's going to wrestle.
Yeah,
okay.
this Sunday.
Maybe I just didn't care.
What, are you trying to say me with someone with a finisher where they takes his hand on either side of his head and pretends to crush it and squeeze it?
Best theme music ever.
the best match Crush ever had was with him and Savage when they had like the Falls Count Anywhere. They had to pin him somewhere in an arena and they had to get back to the ring. And once they got back to the ring, then the count of 10 started. And Savage pinned him, lassoed up his feet, and then pulleyed him up so Crush was upside down. And Savage ran back to the ring from a backstage thing. It was great.
Amazing. So my only memory of Crush, apart from later in life, like stuff exactly, and Demolition Crush.
Yeah.
But this period Crush is only 1992 SummerSlam. He's a fucking superstar to me because he gets put over hard on that show as the big undefeated super guy. You see him on these Raws like less than a year or so later and you're like, who the fuck is that? His promo is terrible.
Shaka bra.
Really bad. It's like this racist depiction of a Hawaiian character.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he was Hawaiian.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't come across like it.
But he did a hand gesture. Almost like saying, call me.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I was so disappointed. I used to love Crush as a kid because I only knew him from that one particular match where he destroyed the Repo Man. And you're like, you see how good these guys were at getting people across.
Yeah.
Both Demolition members, by the way.
But, you thought it was bad with Crush. Wait till we get to the Native American Tatanka in a little bit.
When we get to that, just let me get through and trust me, you're going to love it. So HBK just called Nash his Great Wall of China. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
She's not here yet.
As we cut to ads, next up, El Matador versus Adam Bomb
with Johnny Polo.
Oh, for God's sake. So we're back and Macho puts over the ring girl. Okay, yeah, fine. As we cut to live footage of an atomic bomb going off. Run! This is live, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's not live? Okay, good stuff. We don't have to run.
Something about Pearl Harbor?
There's so many jokes here. Let's just carry on. So accompanied by Johnny Polo, it's Adam Bomb. Those contacts are fucking awesome.
Especially for 93.
Yeah, he's got like atomic explosion things on his contacts in his eyes. I bet they fucking hurt a lot, and I bet he can't see a single thing.
Yeah, which probably explained a lot of his in-ring work. Poor old Brian Clark.
Holy shit. He looks impressive.
Yeah.
He looks like a monster. Like, he's so big, so agile. Like, his gear, his eye contacts look awesome.
And you can tell Becky
Lynch also here.
Yeah, Raven's here.
Gimmick.
You can tell Becky Lynch is a massive fan. That's why she had all Adam On's goggles in her early start in WWE.
Sure.
But yeah, Adam Bomb though.
Go on.
Oh man, the gear as well. It's just so different to what you'd seen.
Looking at this, how he wasn't a massive star for them.
I think it's because I'm a huge Raven Mark, but I think it's because you put Johnny Polo with him.
Yeah. Also, Shawn and Diesel are here, and they're like, nah, not that guy. Yeah. I'm absolutely convinced Shawn did a lot of, nah, he's not good enough, Vince. Like, you're going to use my guy instead. You know?
Surely followed by Vince going, but Shawn, that's Bret Hart. Nah, he's not.
Not Bret Hart. You don't need him.
What you want is the kid.
Sure. So, Tito comes out as El Matador.
I mean, as we said about jobbers, it was nice to have name versus name.
Cue the Heenan Mexican jokes. Here we go. Because, I mean, every time El Matador has come out in one of these podcasts, we've just spent the whole time talking about Heenan and how fucking hilariously racist he can be on commentary.
Who doesn't love a flying burrito?
So, Vince, Savage, and Heenan in sequence do their uncooked, uncensored, unbelievable, and
unhealthy. It's El Matador's dinner.
After they do this thing, I think it's Vince immediately turns to Heenan and goes, "You're unbelievable." Yeah, fucking great. So funny. The bell goes. Heenan immediately makes a joke about Tito's mum making enchiladas that created enough gas to create an atom bomb. You're like, for God's sake. The match literally is like, ding, ding, ding. His mum enchiladas. It's like, fucking hell. It's so funny. Tito is technically brilliant. Moves out of the way of Adam Bomb's elbow drops at literally the last second. Him and IRS are the best at doing this. Like, people do it now and they telegraph it by 2-3 seconds. Tito literally waits till his elbow's on him, is like yoink, and moves out at the last second. You've got to say, as an experienced vet at this time, fucking hell, Tito's good.
Also, though, as an experienced vet, it's a case of, okay, Tito, we've got a great idea for you. No, it's not a Mexican gimmick.
It's a matador.
It's a matador gimmick.
They have them everywhere. Don't worry, not just Mexico.
At that stage, Mantor appeared behind him going, can I be involved in this? No, Mantor. No.
Polo is hilariously shit.
So good.
It's so bad. He has a lacrosse stick and hockey gloves. Does this equal polo? Like, polo is not those things.
Have you ever played polo?
Well,
You don't know.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. Polo, right? I have a friend actually that plays polo. He's a posh kid. 2. Sorry. I'm joking. But you have a mallet, okay?
Yeah.
And you have small white gloves.
Yes.
Right? You don't have big ice hockey gloves and a lacrosse stick. Like, what the fuck is this?
You do in
gimmick?
ECW.
Oh, so perfect, man. Like, it's happy, shiny Raven.
Oh, brilliant. And, it would have been fine if he not partied with Shane McMahon. He would have probably done all right.
This popped me more than most stuff on this card.
This is
I was
awesome.
laughing so hard. Like, the match in the ring is quite good.
Yeah,
didn't
best,
hate it at
best
all.
match of the card.
Probably is, yeah. Oh, it definitely is thinking about it. There's nothing else that even competes, is there?
Other than the money eating in the main, that's it.
Well, there is that. So, commentary are putting over Razor Ramon will give the 1-2-3 kid $7,500 to get, it's a lot of money, to get back in the ring with him.
I think I spent that on my lunch today.
Tito hits the flying jalapeno, according to Bobby Heenan. But Bomb kicks out at 2, and you're like, he just kicked out of his finisher. How dare you, sir? That's the flying jalapeno.
It's amazing how indie wrestlers then went back to this episode of Raw and went, oh, you can kick out of finishes.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Interesting. So, of all the great stuff Adam Bomb does in this match, he pops to the outside of the ring. Tito kind of looks a bit dazed, trying to settle, going, are you going to do the fucking finish, mate? Get on with it. Adam Bomb slingshots himself into the ring, hits a dodgy-looking clothesline thing to the back of Tito. Tito sells it like death because he knows this is the finish. For the 1-2-3, and your winner, Adam Bomb.
Boom.
What a crappy finish.
Yeah, it's a shame it ruined a pretty decent match
Yeah.
for 93. But it did the job of making Bomb look dominating.
With some guidance, could Adam Bomb been a huge deal for WWF?
Not with that gimmick.
Okay.
I think
this gimmick was over as fuck with me.
Yeah, I think, but as they were moving away from the kid-friendly characters for the new generation,
Yeah, maybe.
he could have been. And as you alluded to earlier, I think when Diesel came along, right, we've got our big guy.
Imagine him as like Nails.
Yeah,
He would have been great in that character, the gritty jail guy that's just come out that had to do this horrible shit.
Wouldn't have threatened Vince, probably.
Yeah, probably a bit more lenient than that
Yeah.
guy. Anyway, so I thought Bomb had a lot of potential here.
Oh, saying that, imagine if he was Nails, we could have Adam Bomb versus Boss Man.
Yeah,
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff like that. I was trying to thinking of like, they could work. You put him with Tenta, you could put him
Yeah.
with a lot of big guys, and he'd be able to hold his own. Even like Nash and Razor and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Even though I doubt they'd put him over at all.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's our house now.
Anything else you want to talk about this match? Should we move on?
No, I think we'll move on. I said, if you haven't seen, if you are you got into wrestling a lot later in life than me and Rich did, go back and watch some Johnny Polo. If you want to be an obnoxious heel manager, and there's nothing quite like it. Not in SCPW, because this guy's got that dickhead sort of role covered.
Sure.
But man, I love Johnny Polo. I said it was.
Aren't you a face now?
Hey, what? Kayfabe, what? I am, but so's Johnny Polo. He's just a sports fanatic.
The King of the Ring promo, Hogan Yoko will finally be settled. As we cut to the ads, up next, still undefeated. Wait, what? Tatanka is in action. I'm like, oh God, no.
Dun 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 dun.
As we cut back to the ring, with a jobber and a ring girl inside. Can you do the Tatanka?
I can, but I've realised it's probably hideously racist.
Oh, you're not going to do it. It's how he does it, so you're replicating his racism.
Oh no, sorry, that was Peter Weeks' entrance. I'll do Tatanka's now.
So, about 10 people in the building do the tomahawk chop as Tatanka makes his entrance. He's just not over at all, is he?
No, and essentially they were just tired because they were actually going, wanker, wanker.
So, Peter Weeks, our enhancement talent number 2 of the evening, versus Tatanka.
Peter Weeks, he works out.
Yeah, sure he does. by eating beer. Drinking beer and eating burgers. There you go. I can do words.
I mean, he probably works at 7-Eleven somewhere, so this is just a not. Sorry, I've got to have Monday night off. I've got a TV appearance.
He's probably a fucking superstar down in Memphis.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler's basically going, this guy's my champ. He's the man.
So let me get through this game. So there is a chap trying to sell foam tomahawks like it's hot dogs at the baseball ground that I thought was quite cool, interesting. So they do some wrestling. Tatanka does chops. Tatanka, I've almost fucked it up. Tatanka no sells. A little botch. Tomahawk chop off the top. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Tatanka. Yep, I wrote these notes instead of watching the match. I've seen Tatanka wrestle before.
He nashed it.
Yep.
He worked smart.
I got the match absolutely right. I wrote the notes down and went, okay, let's watch a little bit of it. Yep. There's the botch. There's the tomahawk off the chop. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff, lads. Because this guy is a little bit too big to do the Samoan drop. That's the only thing that's missing from this match.
Excellent Hasbro action figure, Tatanka. Really good.
Vince tells us Tatanka will be taking on Mr. Hughes at WWF Mania pre-tape show this Saturday.
Yeah. Why call it Mania? It's got nothing to do with Mania. King of the Ring.
What the fuck did they ever see in Tatanka?
Well, he was a Native American. He met a key demographic they didn't have.
Like 10 people left in America.
Yeah.
They killed the rest, didn't they?
They don't let people forget their heritage. He was basically just set up for Ludwig Borger to come in and destroy, and obviously that worked well for them.
Fucking hell. So, I mean, Tatanka had quite a good undefeated run. I say good. He had an undefeated run. But, like, yeah, he was a bit over at the SummerSlam that I've watched.
His most interesting thing was when the $1 Million Man bought him.
Sure. That's not racist at all, is it?
Nope.
I've told you my story about meeting Tatanka, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in a little hall in front of like 20 people. I went up to him and went, I remember seeing you at SummerSlam in Wembley Stadium. And he was like, yep. I was like, thank you, sir. Bye. I just went sat down in my seat. I didn't buy any merch or anything because I'm a shitbag. I was also about 13, so, you know, you can't blame
merch. And also, even their merch was expensive. Imagine going up to them now. Do you want to buy my t-shirts? 80 quid.
Kung Fu was on that card.
Was it?
Back in the day, the All-Star guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an All-Star show. I'm sure it was.
Amazing.
It was either All-Star or it could have been... who do you train with again?
NWA, Hammerlock.
Yeah, Hammerlock. It could have been a Hammerlock show because they did come up to my hometown quite a bit. And I lived north of London, obviously, so, you know, it was a good show, though. Tatanka was in the main event, beat the fuck out of Kung Fu, who's like 5 foot smaller than him. It was pretty painful to watch.
Did he finish it with not the top rope tomahawk chop now because he's a bit older, the middle rope?
He went to the top.
Did he?
He went to the top. He did it all. He didn't do the Samoan drop or anything.
Well, of course not.
He also didn't. It was a tag match.
Kung Fu was probably a bit too big for him to do the Samoan drop at 5 foot tall.
Tatanka sat on the outside of the ring while the other 3 guys did work. He got a hot tag at the end, did a couple of chops, went off the top, did the chop, pinned the guy, played his music, went home, got paid, had a hot dog.
I mean, that was probably his payday, actually.
Probably.
From one of those All-Star shows.
Yeah, that was the dark days.
In fairness, the promo had probably gone with the gate.
Brian Dixon. There you go.
Yeah.
We spent ages the other day trying to work out who the All-Star promoter was. It's Brian
Yeah.
Dixon. Yeah, absolute legend of the industry and massively important because he kept Brit Rest going while everyone else was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Heenan, in reference to the Native Americans, says, give me a second. That shows me why they sold Manhattan for $24. And you're like, I'm not sure they sold it. I'm pretty sure it was taken from them. There is a difference.
No, it was there was a definite contractual. There was nothing dubious about this in any way at all.
Heenan is hilarious.
And the good thing is, there's no one in his ear telling him he can't do it.
Because Vince is sitting there. Because when he says this line, Vince and Macho both look at him and go, you can't say that. Like, that's messed up.
Which makes me think this was probably one of the live ones.
Absolutely. Macho even went like, you want to be careful about what you say, mate, because there's other people that might, careful now. Yeah,
Especially Tatanka.
But then Heenan backs his comment up by going, like, fucking hell, so funny. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. He does not give a shit. So funny.
Oh, it's such a shame that he went to WCW.
He should have stayed. I know he made a shitload of money and everything, but like, God damn it, this was so fucked up, but so funny. Like, if you've got a sense of humor about it, like, this is just, it's just the best. So, promotional consideration paid for by the following. I love saying it.
Oh, wait, no, not the NWO yet.
Tatanka advertises Ico Pro. Macho advertises WWF figures. LJNs?
Hasbro's
at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I don't know this thing. I know it's kind of your cup of tea. So, back out to the Manhattan Center. Jerry Lawler walks out. The big pedophile. In pink and black.
Oh.
What a dick.
Oh.
Not your colours, mate.
Not foreshadowing in any way, shape or form for Sunday night.
Sure. To a set and at the entranceway for, what's it called?
The King's Court.
There you go, King's Court.
I liked how all the fans actually grouped around it as well, around the back of it. It was like looking at a really bad episode of Top Gear with equally less racism.
So a lot of the kids flock over to Jerry, and I'm like, watch out, kids! Watch out! Run away!
You're all too old.
Lawler goes, now I want to, stops, and continues going, welcome everyone to the King's Court. And I'm like, that's not what you were going to say, was it, Jerry? You were going to say, now I want to touch the kitties. Because he's a piece of shit. I can't help it. So Lawler... Hey! Lawler runs down Macho and Vince. The crowd chants, Burger King, Burger King, as Lawler runs down them and the city of New York. Yoko will be here in just a minute, but we've got to get an advert break in. So blah, 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 cut to adverts. Back from the adverts, Lawler chats to two ladies dressed as gay... Sorry, Lawler chats, doesn't talk to the women, obviously.
No,
God, he wouldn't do that. He talks in front of, even. Two women dressed as geishas standing behind him. They are Asian women, at least, so, you know... bit less racist than just dressing two white girls up or whatever.
Which they normally did.
Yeah, absolutely they would have. So here's Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji in tow. The lovely ladies present flowers to Yokozuna and Lawler. Poor Fuji. Lawler chats about Japanese respect as the fans chant for Hogan.
Which was nice for a Manhattan Center crowd to not be shitting all over Hogan. That's really good for them to actually be cheering the babyface.
Yeah. Rare 93 WWF whatever.
Especially that venue.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Bloody love the heels, but Hogan, name was mud in Manhattan.
Hogan's gone downhill a lot.
Yeah, well, in fairness, it's because he won the belt at Shitstorm 9, then didn't been on TV, been on the European tour.
Yeah, there's also been a little substance issue. And so he looks about a third of the size he used to.
No. There was nothing to do with a steroid trial.
Of course. So Fuji puts over that Yoko has gone from 505 pounds to 550 pounds. Since when did WWE start using legitimate weights? He's a big boy.
But still agile as fuck.
Yeah, I used to love Yokozuna matches. Like, it got a bit sloppy towards the end. But,
it got a bit sad at the end.
Yeah, sure.
But it's a real shame because... I listened to Something to Wrestle With when they did like the Yoko career retrospective.
I saw it up there. I haven't listened to it yet.
Really good, and it was the whole idea how Vader, because he was sent down to like a university to help him diet and lose weight and stay there.
Yeah.
And Yoko was like, no, I can stay at home and do it. I'll eat salad.
Do you know Vader's story from this?
Go on.
Really weirdly, you brought it up. So Vader and Yoko are down trying to lose weight and such. They used to sneak out at night and go to the KFC down the road and come back. So they didn't lose shit. They came back and it was all terrible. So yeah, that was the thing they ended up doing. The Yokozuna ended up staying home and trying to lose the weight, but just put more and more on because he had no motivation to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
So there are some really good close-ups of Yokozuna's face here, and I mean extreme close-ups, showing the anger, and he's really good at portraying.
The facials are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, Brad Maddox. So get that in there.
That's why they had to change that belt.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. So as they're doing these close-up, Fuji's chatting away, chatting shit as he always does. Get banged, mate. So Yokozuna goes, Hogan, you will go down, in his quite strong Samoan accent. You're like,
very Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in fairness, in this time, at least Vince didn't go, Yoko, Rodney, come on, do the accent.
I know his name's Rodney.
Do the accent.
Still funny, yeah.
Do the accent.
You can see he's trying to at times do a bit more Asian sort of accent.
But it doesn't help when it goes, Hogan! You're going down.
Just don't talk, you know.
Yeah,
You've got
that's what you're
Fuji
Fuji.
there, exactly. So Lawler finished this segment by going, "This Sunday, you can say goodbye to Hogan for good. Little do you know, mate. He's still got a couple of wrestling companies and freedom of the press to destroy first, but you know."
And Bubba the Love Sponge wife.
Oh, fucking A, yeah, true. So we got a tag team match next of odd bedfellows, I guess we're calling this, of Billy Gunn and Rick Steiner, with Bart Gunn and Scott Steiner at ringside.
Scott Steiner obviously left his gear behind because he's wearing his Ico Pro vest top and his jeans.
Sure.
And his fanny pack.
Versus
Hey!
Fatu, also known as
Big Quiche.
the Rikishi.
I did it for the Rock.
And Owen R. Shyster, one of my favourites of all time.
I bloody love Michael Wall Street.
With Afa, Samu, and Ted DiBiase at ringside. So,
You haven't pointed out that this is technically our main event of the evening.
is this the main event?
This is our last match.
Our main event of the evening. There you go. Okay. So, one little note I realised immediately. Head Shrinkers, Steiners, Money Incorporated, Smoking Guns. All 4 legitimate tag teams.
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I miss this so much.
Proper tag teams are important, which is why it pains me to see War Machine completely pissed up the wall, because they could have been very, very good.
I don't know. Some bits I've seen recently have been okay.
Yeah, but they're going against, hang on, Rude and Ziggler aren't doing much. We did promise Ziggler if we let Goldberg beat him up, we'd give him a belt.
So many tag teams without tag names. But then you watch AEW this week, and they're like, this is this tag team. This is this tag team. They've all got tag names.
Hey, it's Angelico. Wear sunglasses. His gear's bright.
But Angelico and Jack now have a tag name.
Yeah.
They're called the... Oh, God, I wish I could remember it.
Easy to remember name.
Yeah, that one.
But then you've got Best Friends. You've got Private Pie.
Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
You know, et cetera, et cetera.
Jurassic Express to take the piss out of WWE. Because when the War Raiders came up, then they were called like the Viking Experience and the Viking Express.
Oh, I always assumed it was like, you know, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express. It's just...
Oh, maybe. I just thought
Jurassic
it was,
Express.
I thought it was a rib.
I love the idea of expressing the tag name. Like, it just immediately feels like, oh, we're an actual tag team. Even though Luchasaurus is going to be a huge fucking star any day now.
Even at the time, back to the tag teams you mentioned, you also had Well Done of Timothy Well and Stephen Dunn at this time as well. And there, the Heavenly Bodies were kicking around here.
Sure.
Obviously, the Beverleys were just at their tail end of things.
Sorry.
And before that, you had Natural Disasters coming through in the end of '92. That's
LOD.
9 legit tag teams, all of, they could beat anyone, anytime.
Sure. Demolition have been around recently as well. You got the Heart Foundation. You got so many good tags, you know.
Tag wrestling is the best.
Absolutely.
This is why, in fairness, Fight Club Pro, when they do the Dream Tag Team Invitational, I really want to cover one of those shows because I love tag team wrestling.
Cool.
That's why I want to win a tag belt.
Duck, kids. Billy Gunn's brought a gun to the ring. What was he thinking? This is America. This is wrestling. Not an American high school. You can't bring a gun to the ring.
Fucking hell.
And good night, folks. I'm going home. See you later. There's the end of the podcast.
Oh, my God. Wow.
I don't know what else to say now. That's all I wanted to write down. The second he brings out a gun and goes bang, 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 I'm like, Doc.
Michael Moore would be proud of that comment.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I think he's a bit of a cunt, but, you know, I actually quite like some of his documentaries.
Have you seen he's done a new one called Fahrenheit 11/9?
I did watch it.
Any good? Definitely the purpose of wrestling podcast, have this conversation on air.
Yeah, if you can pick out the bullshit, it's good.
Ah, so most of it.
Well, a lot of it is stating fact and such, but like a lot of American liberals nowadays, they just push it too far, you know what I mean? Like, the right wing in America is just as bad. Like, we need some cohesion and conversation, you know what I mean?
And
Not
then,
just Americans, us as well. Fuck them. Who cares?
I mean, let's be honest, everyone's political system's a bit pants, other than the Ukrainians who hired a comedian. So well played to them.
TV show host.
Yeah.
So did the Americans, to be fair.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I did watch some US Celebrity Apprentice the other night.
Scumbag. So,
Just Dennis Rodman on it.
So immediately the Samoans, the Head Shrinkers, and Afa are eating the WWF ice cream bars at ringside, and I'm like, oh yes, perfect.
Did you eat ice cream bars when you went to your WWF shows when you were younger?
Nah, was never offered any.
disappointing.
I don't think they were around at that time. The first
Oh no,
show I went to,
they were definitely, because they were advertising the little magazine around the time. They're on the back of the sticker book.
The first show I ever went to was Capital Carnage, which was like 98.
Oh really?
Yeah, I never went
they
to,
would have
like,
been around then.
I never went to any of the other ones. I went to like indie shows because I'm cool like that. It wasn't just they were in my local town hall and we saw the advertising and I'm like, oh, wrestling, you know.
My daughter now, when she sees posters for wrestling, so there's like an LDN show in Margate, and obviously I'm like, oh fucking hell, LDN, Jesus, that's a shit show.
That guy can fuck off, yeah.
Harriet pointed at the poster and went, Daddy, it's your friends. And I said straight away, they are not my friends.
Not those guys.
I work with real athletes down at SCPW and Wrestling 4.
So as the Samoans are eating these ice cream bars, Heenan goes, they have to get through the ice cream to get to the stick. Yes, so funny. Savage and Heenan obviously care massively about this match as they're wishing happy birthday to Howard Finkel and Mrs. Pritchard at home in Texas. Billy's mullet and handlebar mustache are a sight to see at this time.
What a tag team the Smoking Guns are.
Yeah, indeed. What a tag team. So, close up of Afa eating a Macho ice cream as Macho feels very uncomfortable at ringside. IRS and Fatu. IRS gives Fatu money, but the Samoans are a racist depiction of non-white people, so Fatu hands off the money to Afa, who eats it. IRS tags in and immediately takes a great bump over the top to the outside. He's the fucking bestseller in the world ever. Yeah, the kids, the next generation,
the white boys.
Yeah, they're doing good stuff right now as well. And it stems from good genes.
You say that Bro's doing it. Bro's doing it. Bo's not.
I used to like Bo, man.
If they just let him carry on like that, it would have been great.
That nasty heel character from NXT would have been great. I think he's got potential down the line.
I think his time's gone.
I think you could do stuff with him and Bray, like Mirror, like where you don't know it's him being the Fiend and Bray being Bray and stuff.
Ooh.
Because they look so similar.
Yeah, but you'd have to have him bulk up quite a bit, old Bo.
Sure, but you could do like just face cuts and stuff, like, you know, so you could have really interesting segments going on. I think there's space for the Fiend, you know, stuff to develop over the years.
Well, sorry. What, you're thinking long-term sensible booking? What we could do is smash him in the face and commit murder with a mallet.
Okay, before we just quickly finish this show, I've thought of the thing I was most annoyed by the whole thing, right? So if he takes a mallet and smashes it into his face, I can understand the finish. But there's a ladder, there's a toolbox, there's chairs and all sorts of stuff on top of him that he's hitting the mallet onto. When earlier in the match, they had a much bigger mallet that went straight into Seth and smashed into him.
Yeah, but that was a novelty mallet. The other one was he got disqualified because it was Triple H's mallet. And Triple H was like, no.
But you're talking about direct contact to indirect contact.
Well, direct contact to the ribs. No one's ever died from a rib injury, right? But this...
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
And Seth Rollins committed murder. There's... God damn it, he's killed him!
The blood at the end as well.
Yeah, the blood capsule.
PG.
Yeah, but then you could obviously argue that Asuka's green mist looked more like Warrior's vomit.
I quite like they're adopting that, but like, you know.
It needed to be done. It has been done for a while. I wonder if I could do glitter mist.
Holy shit! Yes, mate, we are developing that no matter what. You're gonna swallow a buttload of glitter in the process, but it'll be great.
That's fine. My poo will be sparkly.
You could do like clowns do in their hand. You hold it in your hand, you're like, you know, bring it out. We're doing this. Okay, that's your finish.
Awesome.
If you can watch SCPW, don't listen to this. So IRS tags in, immediately takes the awesome bump to the outside. Rick and Billy doing heel tag team fast tags, even though they're the face team.
Yep.
Rick ducks and IRS comes in, accidentally punching Fatu. The Samoans look pissed. Ted offers the Samoans more money not to beat the fuck out of them as we cut to adverts.
A good deal. I'd pay money to not have the Samoans beat the shit out of me.
Heenan immediately goes, they don't understand what money is. You're like, for fuck's sake. So Samoans chatting, some great gibberish at ringside. You know, they're doing a really good job being like, like, they're selling the characters at least, you know.
Yeah, in a very sensitive way.
Sure. IRS bails Rick to the outside, so Fatu and DiBiase can double team Rick. Rick and Fatu double down in the ring. Tags made by Billy and IRS. Billy gets shined up real nice by some of the best heels in the business. IRS hits Billy Gunn with a lariat from behind for the 1, 2, 3. And your winners are IRS and Fatu.
Lovely finish by IRS.
He's the best.
Vicious, deadly.
So underrated.
Yeah.
Billy looks fucking great here too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and
He
then
doesn't look great, but his work is good.
Yeah, and let's be honest, with Billy Gunn, no one's ever criticised his work ethic and his in-ring ability.
Yeah, it's just the drugs and the lack of
Character.
intelligence.
That's
Dare
why
I
his brother
say?
was the boxer. Check out the Brawl for All episode in our archives. It was great.
Commentary put over that Jannetty and Doink are going to be wrestling next week. And I'm like, I would have loved to have seen that. Also, Mr. Perfect will be in action. Again, one of my favourites. Lawler too. Yeah, can't have everything. So, here comes Razor Ramon to ringside to chat with Vince for what is kind of the main segment.
The main segment of the show, yeah.
Razor offers Kid 7,500 to wrestle.
Did you say
To wrestle him.
7,500?
I can't talk anymore. 7,500 to wrestle Razor again. The fans chant 1, 2, 3. This is super over. Razor's faux Cuban gimmick is surprisingly racist, I found.
Yep.
He may as well be in blackface, is what I've written here, because it's getting to that point.
Someone called Piper.
Oh, Jesus. So Vince says to fans, don't think Razor will beat Brett at King of the Ring, because there's a viewer poll or something.
Yeah.
And Razor cuts this promo. Right, here we go. Remember, I'm quoting here. This is not me doing a depiction of a Cuban person.
Could we have the accent, please?
I can't do the whole thing, but I can do the pronunciation of some of the words, right?
Okay.
The Nutter Center. That's the building, right? That's where the pay-per-view originates, right? Just confirming with Vince, because he's like, are we sure? Like, 'cause I'm not sure. Okay? That's such a good name. You're like,
Why'd you got to be talking like a Jamaican? Kofi Kingston's not here yet.
oh, for fuck's sake. That's such a good name, man. Because when the bad guy gets done with the hitman...
Hang on. Hit Meng? Meng's not here.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He just gonna be another loser, another has-been, another grease spot on the mat. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. This is so much worse than I ever remember it being.
Don't ever go back and look at his debut vignettes.
Oh, no. I mean, I've watched some of them relatively recently, and you watch them and you're like, hey, man.
Hey, Meng.
He's talking normally and then just going g at the end occasionally.
It's almost like the British social.
It really is. It's totally out there. As he's finishing this promo, Vince cuts him off and the show's over and we're out of here because he doesn't get all the lines
Live
out.
TV, kid. Wow.
And that was Raw from 1993. I absolutely adored it. I had a great time watching this.
That was brilliant.
So much to joke about, take the piss out of. Some really good wrestling. Like, T.O. is outstanding. Adam Bomb had a lot of potential. Sean's a complete dick. We saw the debut of Diesel. You know?
Great show suggestion by Nick. Thank you very much for this. We've had a lot of fun covering this show.
God, IRS is good, isn't he?
It's amazing, though, again, you could tell at this stage you were in for another 6 to 8 months of real dross.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go.
Before
they need
you get
WWE to compete, so they take that step, much like right now.
Was this because obviously after this show, this led to the King of the Ring where Yoko beat Hogan. Hogan did the stretcher job and put someone over.
Finally.
After the racially insensitive Japanese cameraman's camera exploded in Hogan's face.
There's a lot of that. Yeah, let's just get Hogan out of the company, whatever it takes. Let's get Hogan the fuck away from TV.
And at least they managed to make Hogan's stretch job out and he was dead.
Yeah. And you have Owen coming up.
Well, this is the thing.
Brett,
Owen and
WrestleMania
Brett.
10.
And that's what I was going to say.
WrestleMania 10 winning the belt.
The Survivor Series, was that the one where it was the Hearts as a team?
Oh, I
can't
don't know.
remember. Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, and as I said, then it lists the WrestleMania 10, which had Brett and Owen and Shawn and Razor in that ladder match.
Yeah.
Still, I would say to this day, the best ever ladder match.
Maybe. I watched it back relatively recently. It's not as high spot as I think my favourite one is Hardy's Edge and Christian in the first tag ladder match.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
But yeah.
Because that's the one on the next night on Raw, they all did their handshake and everyone was like, oh my God, these guys are huge. And they became superstars rather than just enhancement guys.
Yeah, they both put each other over at the same time, you know, yeah. So, Raw 993. Enjoy it?
Yeah, I definitely. I think it's because it was around that time in 1993, King of the Ring, and I was even saying to Mr. Wicked over messages a couple of weeks ago how he was watching just out of choice the 1993 King of the Ring.
Nice.
And I've still never watched it.
I don't think I've watched it either, to be honest.
I've never watched it because I don't want to ruin that memory of sitting in my front room just with a big pair of headphones on, with my dad still having like gold-plated jacks that made the audio better.
Yeah, nice. Of course it did. Yeah, of course HDMI is better if it's gold-plated. Yeah, of course.
Exactly. Back in the day, I was like, oh, it's gold-plated. My dad told me this must be true.
This is like public service announcement, isn't it? Like, by the way, if you buy an HDMI cable off the internet for £1, it's just as good as one you're buying like Curry's for like 38 quid or whatever. But they're the same fucking thing.
No. The one in Curry's is gold tipped. The quality it'll be a lot more HDMI.
Unless you're doing like 4 or 6K, then you do need a slightly better HDMI cable. You don't need a more expensive one. Just get a 2.0, just so you know. But yeah, wrestling. I love wrestling. It's been a great week. There's been some really good stuff, some shit stuff, and this was a beautiful way to cap off the week. It was only about 45 minutes.
Really nice, because considering the amount of content that's been around, it helped us out.
Yeah.
But next week, our 50th episode.
We made it to 50, man. My ambition, I think we talked about this when we first started, was to get 30.
Yeah.
Like, that would basically be a year, and essentially is what it would boil down to, with like doing bonuses and missing things and work and everything, is what I always thought. But the fact we've done 50 and we've lasted this long, it's great, man. I love doing this week to week.
And episode 50, we've revealed what we do.
Yeah, of course. We're going to be doing wrestling. It was my first ever wrestling session, and you're kind of recapper as such.
Yeah.
But we kind of vlogged a lot of the day. I'm cutting up the actual footage now. So we're going to put that out as a video on YouTube, kind of as a standalone. But then next week, we're going to record an audio track to go with it.
Yeah.
Talking about the experience and what we went through and how we felt afterwards, maybe. And maybe some injuries that you've had over the years and how it felt to get back in the ring and such. I'm really interested to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm so happy we've gotten 50. I'm so happy that people have stuck with us. Again, some people have said, have mentioned they've been with us from some of the first episodes.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys on Facebook who always message us.
Yeah, Yuvraj Singh, man, thank you so much. You've been listening for right since the beginning. You always comment on our stuff as well, so we really appreciate you.
Yeah, and also please suggest us a show. Because you've been with us since day one.
Sure.
Let us know.
You did suggest one at some point. I'm not sure whether we ever did it, but
I know it was the J Cup.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. We haven't done it, have we?
No, we should probably do that. Nick sent us this message. We've covered this show, so we'll do that J Cup. I think it was the '94 J Cup, possibly.
If it is, then it's a bit of a classic. Yeah. There's not very much bad on it. Wait, did we cover that? No, I watched it recently though.
Okay, well that'll be useful to do when one of the weeks when we're both very busy.
Anyway, let's carry on. What's your t-shirt thing?
So, again, 1310 Apparel have released some new hoodies. They're available for pre-order. They'll be dispatched on October the 18th. A great day, because it's Tex Williams' birthday.
Insanely good quality merch as well, man.
Yeah, if you like what you see, visit 1310 Apparel. Check them out on Twitter and Instagram. Use the code TAX100 to get 10% off at checkout. And if you want to get some Blue Chew, listen to a different podcast.
You can also pick up merch for our podcast as well. worldofwrestlingpodcast.com. Just go on to Amazon. You'll find links and stuff. Search World of Wrestling Podcast. We've got a pretty cool CM Punk spoof t-shirt that, if you want to help us out, go pick it up. It's decent.
Yeah. Where can people find... Actually, no. I tell you what, because I always plug a lot of my shit on here. You have once again released a phenomenal music video.
Thanks.
So, this thing though, I mean, obviously, this is a wrestling podcast, and I have a platform to get all my shit over, my work with SCPW, my merch stuff, but you never put over how fucking good you are at your day job.
Well, thanks, man. That's really nice to you. Like, I'm a video producer, in case the listeners don't know. So I produce a bunch of music videos. I do a bunch of corporate shit as well, like just to pay the bills, basically. But yeah, so I released a video this week for a band called Seek Harbor, SEEKHARBOUR. That has a really cool little black and white music video we shot. Like, it was, mates of ours, they asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, why not? I haven't done music videos in ages. And so I've decided, to do more music videos. So my company is Nunchuck Bakery. You can find us on facebook.com/Nunchuck Bakery, or just go to nunchuckbakery.com. The website will be up soon. You can see all the music videos I've made over the years, and maybe I'll link them on our Twitter, which is World of Rest Pod on Twitter.
And also, in all seriousness, because this seems to be a big thing now, again, as a video editor, a lot of promoters want you to send in a video roll of your highlights. If you want someone to create you a video roll of highlights, backing tracks, signatures, graphics, get in touch with us through at World of Rest Pod. Rich can help you out. It's quality. We're professional. You will have to pay. Unfortunately, this isn't a free service. But when you look at the quality of the stuff he does, my God, I don't want to try and blow smoke up your ass and put you over in a big way.
I appreciate it. I'm very bad at taking compliments, but I really do appreciate it.
But it's phenomenal. You are awesome at your job. The fact the audio quality is as good as it is leading up to 50 episodes, the fact that you're spending all of your days and hours outside of working editing together episode 50. I love you. I love this podcast. You're fucking great at what you do.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Right, let's end it there. I feel weird now. So I'm Fanboy Rich on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm at the Tex Williams on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. SEPW got a show in Faversham in Kent on the 20th of October, 2 days after my birthday. There's a battle royal to be who's number one contender. It's got Mr. Wicked, return of RJ Singh, Meathead, World Power, some other people who may have been announced, but I'm not going to ruin it in case it hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah, sepw.co.uk. Go check them out. One of our favourite promotions in the Southeast of professional wrestling. And yeah, there's a lot of shit out there at the moment. They're really, really good. So go watch them. Family friendly, fun atmosphere, parking at the venues. Gotta love it.
Come watch me spit glittery mist.
All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.